Friends, and welcome to another edition of our Playins coverage for Playins Division A, in which we'll be seeing Shieldberries, Saints Gone Wild up against Hunchies, Red Bull, Chaos Dwarven squad. Calgum, coming into this one, both these teams are not at the top of the table, but they're both conceivably within reach of those top two spots.
No one's out of the running just yet because of the bye. This means that this is the first week where the pressure is really on for both these teams to get the W. If whoever wins this game has a easy get at least into the Challengers Cup.
Sorry, Kelly, you're breaking up a little bit. I might need to shut off a few things on that side.
Yeah, okay, we'll close down that. Yeah, hello? Is that better?
Hello? Hopefully.
Both teams have a reasonable chance of getting to the Challengers Cup, at least if they win this game. A draw favours neither party, and I'm kind of hoping for Saints Gone Wild to get the W here.
Interesting, because Saints Gone Wild definitely are the favoured team, because they're coming into this one with a two wins, 0 draws, 1 loss record. So they're the ones who are most able to contest the top. For Huanchi, they're 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. So I would have, that would presumably mix up the lower table more for you, who's currently up at the top yourself.
Well, I backed myself to win my final game of the season. I also have got a bye this week, so I'm already going to be on 10 points beforehand. So, Huanchi I got a draw against. So it will go down to goal difference if Huanchi is on there with me, and I'm not sure if I probably will be able to beat him, but I'm not likely on that. Not sure yet. While with Shieldberry, I won. So if we get to that, it will go to games. It will go to games. Result against each other, which I beat him. So that's my thinking there. Of course, my thinking could be all wrong, and clearly, mathematically, it could be better for a draw or someone else or Huanchi to win. But I'm back in Shieldberry.
So, for Shieldberry, coming into this one, of course, it goes without saying everyone's looking to try and win out here. And let's take a diversion from some of the tournament talk to talk a little bit about the game itself. Oh my gosh! Wow, first block of the game, first injury. It's not on to the most important Chaos Dwarven blocker, but that's pretty major.
I wouldn't think we'd be seeing a very important Chorf blocker on the line. But it's very important to get these injuries early. I believe is that a level up the Flesh Golem? No, it's not a level up the Flesh Golem, but it is 2 SPP.
So
no, it's the wrong Flesh Golem.
That's Mr. Sinister, 23 out of 31 now, with block and dodge. Quite a potent combination, but it's worth noting in this particular game, there's actually quite a lot of block and dodge on the Necromantic team. Of course, the Chaos Dwarves, they've got tackle in abundance.
2 removals, it's very good, especially against a Chorf team. The Chorfs really need to get a player advantage, which of course they're not going to be doing. But here's the real problem: the dirty player's got no one to foul.
The dirty player?
Yeah, the dirty player. Player's the dirty player. Cola Sanctus. It's got no one to foul.
As I say, sorry, the reason I was confused by that is because I wasn't sure which team you're talking about, because the dirty player for the Red Bulls team just got taken out and KO'd.
But yeah, Cola Sanctus is not. Cola Sanctus is probably going to go for Claw Mighty Blow. Hi, Kia.
Hey, Kia, how you doing?
Now we got a foul target. It's not a good foul, but it is a foul.
Oh boy!
Or not.
Wow. So okay, a badly hurt, a KO, and a stun, all in the first turn. It seems like Shieldberry is living that blessed life.
So 10 is required to break armor on Chorfs, and he's done that 3 times in a row. That's 1 in 6, the power of 3.
It was 11, 12, an injury roll of an 11, and an armor roll of 8, which I guess against the Hobgoblins was a lot less difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, a failed pickup though. Okay. So for anyone who come into this who may be watching afterwards who isn't intimately familiar with the teams already, it's worth just recapping a little bit about what the Huanqi's team, the Red Bull Chorfing Squad, have got going for them. In particular, we've got our Claw Mighty Blow, almost as murderous as possible player here, Burnt Soul, who spent a lot of the previous game being KO'd.
Yeah, Huanqi's doing a little bit more to protect him than he did last game, which is obviously very important to keep that player alive. I suspect what we're going to see, not from Huanqi, but from Shieldberry, we might see a blitz from the guard flesh golem on the Hobgoblin. Might be a chance to get a little bit more SPP after he does all the important stuff and secures the ball.
Yes. Well, that's not a guarantee. I mean, we have got a werewolf in the mix, Midnight Messiah, for Shieldberry, who's, I guess, a lot more likely to pick up the ball. There is no dedicated, actually, ball-carrying player for Shieldberry. I think that might be something we're seeing here. It's a 2 red dice block for the Chaos Sword blocker. Only results in a push.
I'll be honest. If Shieldberry can secure that ball, he is in pole position here. He needs one more. He can delay this drive as long as possible, get as many maximize his removals, and that'll be a simple win. Because the Chorfs really need that player advantage, which they don't even have on this drive.
So as we see the initial plays come together, it's worth noting that Shieldberry is actually most closely contested in the Playins League. Not with your good self, but with the other Necromantic team, How Good People Turn Evil, who are currently sitting on the same record, despite Shieldberry actually getting the head-to-head win. How Good People Go Evil have got a better touchdown difference, so there's a world in which both teams go on to win their future games, and Shieldberry would still lose out if they can't get those touchdowns in.
Yeah, Hindi did, of course, have had control of the game between the two, but then bottled it with some classic puff and play, we shall call it.
Yes,
I think that's what it's been dubbed.
I'm trying to think now. I haven't actually checked to see what the passing stats are for 2020's Flesh Golems, but that Flesh Golem to Flesh Golem passing play will live in infamy, as we do have Shieldberry actually managing to break armor on one of these ridiculously strong Bull Centaurs thanks to that Claw.
Claw doing a thing is always good. Now we're probably going to see the ball get secured. Or at least attempted to secure. The ball is safe for a turn. Here we go. He's got the ball. And it's kind of safe. A break tackle can come in, but it's a 4+, maybe even a 5+. I don't know, can't work it off the top of my head. 4+ into 3 tackle zones is 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5+. 5+ in, so it's not going to be easy to get that ball out of there for the Chorfs.
Yes, well, we've got Red Bull here with 2 SPP off of getting to that extremely impressive level 5 status. So I fully expect to see every opportunity being taken to get those last 2 remaining SPP onto the Bull Centaur, whether that's dodging into a cage or just trying to hunt down some easier to kill members, like, for example, a zombie with no block or dodge.
Yeah, Dirty Player Zombie would be very nice to get off the pitch. It will make things slightly safer for the Chorfs. But apparently they're not going for that blitz. They knocked down that zombie instead. Venom or Valiant, I think. Couldn't quite tell. Venus, okay. Maximising their blocks, more chances to get removals, but no. Importantly though, he is no longer in base contact with anyone, which means there's only going to be 1, maybe 2 blocks next turn.
It's going to be kind of tricky here for Hunchy. So yeah, they've got 1 Bull Centaur out of commission for a couple of turns and quite possibly going to get fouled at some point. Because
I would be... Yeah, carry on.
Well, Saints Gone Wild, they've got a spare player, whereas for the Chaos Dwarves, they started with just 11 with one of their Hobgoblins missing next game. So I don't think for Hunchy at least that fouling is going to be part of this game, especially now they've lost players early.
The fun team bought a player very recently.
Oh, did they?
Does he check how many hobgoblins he has? Because if there's 3 hobgoblins,
oh wait, yes, Hindi the Exchangeable. That's a new player. So let's exchangeable. I always do enjoy it when people name their players after people in the league. So I will just update that because that wasn't the case when we went to press. Also, I think your internet is still a little bit suffering, unfortunately.
That's a little bit annoying. I mean, it could be my PC's very warm. It's actually not that hot, to be honest. I don't know why. Sorry.
That's okay. Alright, so that's Hindi the Exchangeable lies in reserve, so should be able to replace Sharpfinger, though of course not Fireham in a place up there. We've got the wall of players to stop Bartak Lazy Blitz from easily getting up, though of course they're going to have the effective 6 movement to pop around maybe.
Break Tackle is also a skill, which means it's a 2+ to get out. So we should see a foul on that piece.
Okay, so just a push onto Fast Foot. Again, so as you pointed out, Burnt Soul, the Claw Mighty Blow Chaos Dwarven blocker, being much, much better protected in this game. Definitely one of the big criticisms from last time was that multiple KOs onto the piece that should be the one delivering KOs and injuries themselves.
Yeah, Burnt Soul is nice and safe at the moment. Is this a foul? It won't be a foul. Not with that movement. I suspect he's just going to shuffle the ball to the right a little bit, and then maybe we'll see a foul. Not likely though, because there isn't a zombie left to foul.
So let's talk player objectives in this game in terms of development, because I mean, yeah, we've already mentioned we've got REBBL up here, 2 SVP from leveling, but we've also got another player on the Saints Gone Wild team who's really looking to get a score in this game, and that's going to be Lupus Day, 3 SVP off of getting that third, well, going up to level 3, and
2. Yeah.
They're level 2 now, but yes, it'll be their second level, which will put them to level 3. I was thinking about it myself, and I was getting a little bit confused just trying to say it.
Yeah, but obviously the obvious choice is dodge, unless he rolls a double, in which case Mighty Blow, because of course we're going to see the guard flesh golem potentially get removed here because it's just a little bit exposed and in base contact. Notably, if he didn't have to expend a blitz there, which he did, he would have been able to get a 2 dice uphill against the ball, but he can't do that now. But he can apply some pressure maybe.
Okay, so does look like the Chaos Dwarves again are concerned with trying to make sure they keep their line clear of any engagement with at least standing Necromantic players. We have still got Lazy Blitz down here. The Blitz itself has been used, so for me it seems like we're either going to be seeing the Bull Centaur breaking up here, or apparently breaking nowhere because
rolling ones.
And not using the reroll either.
Nah, I think it's a sensible choice. It was a play at the end of the drive. He did all the important stuff. The Bull Centaur moving back into the game wouldn't have done much different. Wouldn't have done much.
Alright, back over to Shieldberry, and yeah, we did notice, so for Nightcrawler, they were actually another player who's very close to leveling up. Got guard on the first level rather than block, so provides a good amount of utility, but also, as we saw, a potential vulnerable point for a team that has got Claw and Mighty Blow.
Yeah, he really needs to get that piece of level up and to survive this game, which could be a challenge if he keeps coming in with the Chorf Blitz.
So
and that looks like a foul to me.
Okay, yes, I thought maybe if we saw the... Let's see, so this is the... I always get confused between this. Yes, this is the tackle zombie, not the foul one. The foul one is the hard to decipher. I don't even know what's going on that icon. Presumably a knee to the groin, maybe?
It looks like that. I mean, you're zooming in, but it's not actually getting any larger.
No, it's not. It's just becoming... In fact, I think it might even be easier to read the further you zoom out. So, I don't know what that's about. But yes, that's the dirty player, so...
I'm getting a tiny bit of movement forward with the ghoul. Just about enough players to keep the cage secure. But he is going to have to put a werewolf on the front, which might be blitzed. Oh no, he's going to put a blitzer on the front, okay.
So, while we wait for this cage to be put together, what do you think, Heldegun, about the introduction of Wraiths to the 2020 Necromantic team over Whites?
I don't play Necromantic, so I'm indifferent to it either way. Disturbing Presence is going to be change things up a little bit. I wouldn't. It's going to change up the passing game that I play with my Wood Elves, but we'll see what happens. I don't know how to react to it until I've played a couple of games against it, and that's what coming out with 2020 Blood Bowl. Wait to see how they actually work mechanically.
Oh, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change our server again, maybe see if that makes any difference. Oh, hello. Just while I was doing that, Midnight Messiah snuck out, and it looks like... Oh, he's going to try and double going for it.
Sure, he has to reroll that because he has to get that foul off. He has to. Come on.
So this is going to be a foul with 2 assists, putting him to AV7. That's still
Dirty player makes
chances.
it a potential 6.
That's true. No, it fails. It's a 1 and a 5 plus 2, needing to hit 10. So it's not a send-off, but it's not a successful removal by any means.
Could be worse. That Ball Centaur is still out of action, really, before doing anything decent for a turn. But the Chorfs are going to break into that cage now.
Hey Shinsuke, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, so Montecore the Ghoul carrying the ball for Shieldberry's squad. Now going to be facing off against a Mighty Blow tackle piece.
There is going to be a simple block away, and then there's a little exposed on the left, so you might be able to get a bit of might be able to squeak up another square or two. But he has to sacrifice a piece to bait to give. He has to. Yeah, I would say the Chorfs are a bit too far to the right. There's potentially a chance to move back across the pitch.
Okay, so we've got Lazy Blitz managing to sneak around the behind of the cage. It's starting to seem like Quan Chi's taking it a little bit. You know, before they were really staying back as far as possible, but now it seems like maybe we're going to see a little bit more proactivity when it comes to aggressively getting the ball off of Shieldberry's squad.
Using the maneuverability of the Bull Centaurs to add a different element, something else to give Shieldberry to think about. He has gave away. Quan Chi has gave away the option to just punch down the Hobgoblin. That's potentially the level up on the left-hand side we can see right there. Shieldberry gets the ball safe.
So it looks to be that Lazy Blitz will get the clobbering, the reroll. Putting Shieldberry down to just 1 reroll will lead to an armor break, as it's another stun, so that's going to be another turn that Lazy Blitz sits out this game.
Effectively being down 3 players for the next turn is going to be very difficult. and we might see a 3 dice potentially if he's basing there
Is that
on the
possible?
Hobgoblin. Yeah, 2 more assists can make it that 3 dice. I don't know why you'd want to go just for 3 dice, but maybe it's just be safe than sorry.
I suppose maybe if you're planning on moving your whole cage over there, that's more practical.
It would be a thing that you could do, considering you've got the maneuverability.
Okay. I'm not
That
sure.
ball is very safe. It's yeah. There's no way to get through that without. There's no way to get dice on the ball. Yeah. We're going to see the block, and then we might see another foul.
All right, it's a
Go
good
on,
block.
give us the level up. Give us the level up.
Dunk.
Ah.
No. Yes, it does certainly put me in mind of Lizardman in that you've got these, it's incredibly hard to deal with Chaos Dwarf blockers with AV9 and Thick Skull as well, making it incredibly hard to do anything to them. We're going to be seeing another attempt at that foul from last time round. This is even less rewarding because they don't even. No, they
don't even break armor.
Did they break armor?
They did break armor, but they rolled a stun again.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, if they're stunned already, the chances are you're just going to stun them again.
Yeah, I would be considering doing it next turn instead of this turn. See why he's gone for it. If you don't want to foul next turn and keep pieces down there, you want to be able to move those pieces up and into the action, because despite being down 2 players and 1 more stunned, the 3 players are basing the Bull Centaur, which is effectively doing nothing.
True. And that does negate that Shield Barrier's numbers advantage right now if they're spending 3 players to keep 1 off the pitch. I suppose for Shield Barrier, what the Hunchies has been doing very well is preventing an advance. And if the Necromantic team aren't able to break up the field, then they're presumably going to need to still stay in range of this Bull Centaur for the time being, even though there's only actually 3 Necromantic turns left to get the score in.
Well, I believe that this is intentional because the Chorfs don't have much movement, and he doesn't need to break through just yet. He doesn't need to do it just yet. He's now got a choice of which side he wants to break down. I think I probably would try and go down the right-hand side. I feel that's slightly weaker than the left-hand side. But we're now going to see him moving forward this turn. If Shieldberry is going for the score.
Well, you've got the choice, don't you? Between either you go down the side that's got the murder player on it, or you go down the side that's got the guard player on it.
I think I'd rather the guard player, to be honest, because the murder player is going to be out of action, and that has less chance for removals.
Yeah, so anything, in this area here is going to be completely out of reach, even if we're going for it. It looks like Shieldberry is following the direction you were supposing they would. It's going to be a knockdown onto Blood Axe. No armor break.
The important thing is to keep that werewolf safe, because that will be a target, potentially. And then just get that ball into that nice little pocket that he's formed, and then move what you can up to prevent any maneuverability around them. Because that Bull Centaur is the only threat on that ball at the moment.
Yes. So, able to sneaky beak around there still, and we've certainly seen that Hunchy's more than willing to go the full distance with the Bull Centaurs, to lap around a player and get a last hit in, even when you don't expect it.
Yeah, it's now a case of where do I want my pieces? How can I make it as difficult as possible for Shieldberry to go through? The elf in me thinks move the blitzer up 2 squares in front of the other blitzer, but it's still quite difficult to get there.
Let's see. Actually, I might see if I can get the epic pen. Actually, I'll have to set up again. Sorry, when you say blitzer, which player are you referring to?
The blitzer with dodge. I would have put him 2 squares in front of the other blitzer.
Oh, the white, right?
Yeah, sorry.
That's right.
They are blitzing pieces.
They are blitzing pieces. I was trying to figure out if I just suddenly had an aneurysm and forgotten the names of the pieces. Of like, undead blitzer. Is there a chaos dwarf blitzer? Ah.
Sorry, that's just but it doesn't look like he's doing that. Yeah, he's just making it impossible.
Another foul.
Ball central. Makes sense. It makes sense.
I don't know if it does though. I mean, if you roll luck, I'm sure if you roll really lucky, but you have to roll pretty damn lucky. And I think at this point, I mean, I guess maybe it's because Shieldberry's got the numbers advantage. They're taking, what would otherwise be kind of suboptimal fouls in order to potentially extend that numbers lead versus the more likely outcome, which is just that the zombie gets sent off.
I wonder who was in Blitz.
Oh, it's
the werewolf. Makes sense. Down goes the werewolf. Mighty blow.
No follow-up though.
Sensible. Break tackles. Dodge and break tackle. Reroll that.
Okay. So, Catlagum, I don't know if you remember the previous game which I played, that it's, and I think it's become a bit of a meme because it's certainly very memorable when it does happen, how vulnerable werewolves are to getting murdered.
Ah, yes. Yes, I remember now, the werewolf that died. That werewolf's got to be fine. It's now a case of work out where the blitz is going to go, where you're going to try and put your cage next turn. There's still a chance. Need to get how many more squares forward? 4 more squares forward. There is a chance they can do that. It's going to be tight though. It will probably require blocking with the zombie to move to allow the flesh golem to move into a position where guard is useful.
Yes, right now not really doing too much with Nightcrawler sacrificing the early block for the guard. I mean, this was certainly one of the concerns I had coming to this one. While Shieldberry, I feel like maybe Shieldberry might have overestimated their ability to move the ball up the pitch against a team that is quite as resilient as the Chaos Dwarves are. As the first hit comes in.
Yeah, not the player I would have used. He's now not really got. This suggests that he's going to move back across the pitch. My idea would be hand off to the werewolf.
That's also what I was looking at as well, because they've just got that extra square of movement.
Yeah, extra movement, and they're faster than every single player on the team. Maybe apart from the ball centaur. The ball centaur might be able to catch up. But everyone else is being based, so maybe it's going to be a passing play to it instead. But it does need to get the knockdown here. Does get the knockdown.
And it's going to be a KO onto fast foot as well. So
that's
pretty big.
That is pretty big. Does need to get the ball onto him though, so he has to make a pass play.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think going for it handoff would be a little bit less risky.
Yeah, go for it handoff will be the safer option, but he does, with the remaining players he has, does need to base the ball centaurs as well.
So there's one. Tiger of Sabrod going up there with the tackle.
He's not. That's not the real warrior. That's got a very difficult challenge to get all the way through.
Yes, REBBL is still within reach, so I'd imagine that the ghoul's going to end up going to here and handing off just to provide something in the way. The other werewolf, is knocked down, so it's not going to have enough reach to get through. Maybe we see a punch onto Quick Tooth to at least base up REBBL.
Yep, that's sensible. Maximising blocks there. I think the idea was potentially you have to get the way through. You're gonna have to just accept that. Just accept the push.
Yes, it's not great. I mean, I suppose at the same time, while we've seen the Bull Centaurs fail their dodges, it's certainly not enough to really necessarily hang your entire defense of the ball on.
It's okay. How close can the Bull Centaur reach? The Bull Centaur can reach on the last dice of the Blitz. It's going to be a 1 dice if he can get the Flesh Golem to do the handoff. Can the Flesh Golem reach the end zone? Probably not.
Sorry, you're talking about the Ghoul?
Yeah, sorry, the Ghoul. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, I was like, that's a pretty big departure. I was like, wait a second, is there some strategy here which I haven't seen?
The Ghoul. Can the Ghoul reach the end zone? Probably not this turn. Notably, that means you need to hand the ball off to the werewolf. That block. He just needs to get the Ghoul down that side, the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, unfortunately, the arrangement of Chaos Dwarven players still makes it fairly hard to advance at this side, but let's see. So, will Burnt Soul still... I mean, if you're willing to take the AG2 dodge, we know that Huanchi is willing to do stuff like that.
So the Ghoul needs to... Yeah, the Ghoul is now in scoring position.
Okay.
Much more sensible play.
Yes, this does seem better. So that's 2 going for it into a relatively safe ball carrier, unless I guess we maybe see a Hobgoblin run out.
Nah, can the break tackle reach there? Click on the Bull Centaur. The Bull Centaur can't quite reach. What about the other Bull Centaur? That's not going to reach.
No, now.
I think Shieldberry is going to be happy with taking the 1-0 lead into half time, and he's just going to have to defend against the Chorf blocking machine.
Yeah, and every touchdown matters for Shieldberry at this point, as we mentioned before. The closest rivals being at the fellow Necromantic team, How Good People Turn Evil, who are currently ahead on touchdown difference. So, you know, if this game can end out 2-0 for Shieldberry, that would be extremely good for their chances of making it through at least to the Challenger Cup. We do have to hit onto Lupus Day. I bet Shieldberry would have loved to have gotten the handoff and score with a werewolf, but
I think that's exactly what he would wanted to do. It's not going to be easy to break through that. He needs to bring up to knock out that Bull Centaur. He still has to make a dodge. I don't think I would have burnt that reroll. I'd have saved it for the 1-turn touchdown attempt. Yes,
that's something I keep forgetting is a thing for the Chaos Dwarven team with their movement 9 players. If you can somehow get through the agility test required, then yeah, it's totally legitimate to be going for that. Alright, so if you're Shieldberry, you're surrounded on, you know, if you go forwards, you're going to be making some pretty terrible dodges. Removing the Bull Centaur seems like the only way you're ever getting out of there. Oh, sorry. We might still be having some net connection problems with each other, unfortunately.
1 second, there you are. Cool. I lost the stream for a second. I'm working this out. This should be... Frenzy's going to get in the way here.
Oh, actually, Kelligan, tell you what I'll do is I'll turn off the screen share on OBS. If you've got have you got Blood Bowl open in the game?
I can get Blood Bowl open.
Yeah, if we do it that way, maybe that'll be a little kinder on the net connection. Alright, so there's the assist coming in for the Bull Centaur, and it will be a good knockdown as well. So, and that's a blitzing werewolf who could still go to the end zone and still receive the handoff.
No, sensible
oh wait,
stuff
no,
there.
it can't. I take it back. Alright, so Montecore is also 3 SVP from leveling, so we're feeling pretty good about this. As we do see just... I'm not sure... Let's see, so it's... Oh, it is one going for it, so I guess...
And the dodge. Plus a 1 in 9, and then a 1 in 6. Well, so 1 in 9 and 1 in 36, because he's got the reroll. Chance of failure, so this is just... I'm just going to get myself players out of hurt range, just in case you get a chance.
Yeah, prudent play from Shieldberry. Let's see if it's good. The dodge.
Dodge works. Tripwire, not existent.
Elamu. Alright, Montecore gets the score, gets the level up as well. For the Saints Gone Wild, I believe they will... I'm going to have a quick check onto the... Let's see, is this the... Yeah, this is the right one. So for next week, they'll be going up against Nuffle X Machina. Kia, if you're still in the chat, I would love to hear what your thoughts are about going up against the Necromantic squad. Now, Kia has yet to secure a... sorry, has only got 1 victory so far, and I think that... I'm not sure if that was the admin win, or if that was against someone else.
It must be against the admin, because the other coach that's got to play against the admin is Huanchi.
Yes, so for Huanchi, if they... I'm trying to figure out, if they win here, they get another win as well. So that puts them to
11 points.
1-1?
I think it puts them on 11 points. Yeah, 3-1-1, yeah, 7 points, sorry.
So I presume they still don't get through to Challenger Cup if that's the case.
Not likely.
It feels, you know, for Shieldberry, this is a, you know, certainly having the score at the end of the first half is pretty strong. Let's see, so have we had any returns? We have. So it's only Firehammer who remains out for the Chaos Dwarven squad. Both KOs returning. So
Huanchi in the Discord says, not a single armor break with Claw Mighty Blow. He is not happy.
Sounds like someone's tilting.
I'm just gonna chuck an emoji in there. Let's think. Salt. There we are. There we are. There we are.
Well, at least Huanchi's going to get the chance to apply 3 mighty blows to the front line of the Necromantic team. Saints Gone Wild, oh, maybe that won't be the case. Yes, as they'll try and minimize the contact with Mighty Blow. Oh, the final insult in the first half for Huanchi, as their Mighty Blow will go severely underutilized.
Yeah, it's going to get 2 Mighty Blow hits, one being a claw hit, the other being a blitz. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be the first Mighty Blow. Pow, of course.
Donked.
And he stays standing. Not Mighty Blow. Oh, okay. I see. He's going to push to the ball centaur to give himself another Mighty Blow chance.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Oh boy.
Still no armor breaks.
That was a 7, so not great. This is the Claw Mighty Blow, so the best chance of getting an injury. Both of them are fine. It goes for
We're going to see a foul followed up on this, potentially. Congratulations, you rolled an armor break, Huanchi.
Oh boy, that really sucks. So did manage to actually just naturally get the armor break on the... no, I suppose that was the Claw, making it an 8+ rather than a 9+ on the armor roll. So that the Claw did pay off there. Fortunately, slightly below average. Oh, it's going to be a passing play. So looking to do a Hindi here. And makes it! There you go, that's how it's done.
Good job, good job. And now he's going to hand off just to show off his massive agility. And then, come on, we're going to get a foul.
I don't know. Okay.
No.
I always enjoy just, you know, showing off. It's not quite as good as the dance on the in the end zone before the score, but it's still pretty good.
I'm a tiny bit behind you. My boys have just gone into the tunnel, so I can stop watching this now. So hopefully that'll be faster.
Yes. We should hopefully have audio quality a little bit. Alright. Oh, hello. What's going on with my game? There we go.
I've got black screen on my game as well. Anyway,
Yes.
I can now get set up.
Okay, so from where you're sitting, we're coming to the second half, 1-0 to Saints Gone Wild. Of course, the Saints, they need this win real bad, but they also need to try and pump through as many touchdowns as possible for their tiebreakers coming towards the end of the season. How do you see this second half going?
We're going to see a standard chalk standard chalk push, I suspect, because a draw is not terrible for Huanchi. It's certainly not great, but he knows he's got a W next week, or he should know he's got a W next week, so it shouldn't be the worst. And that will put Huanchi on, I'm going to quickly check REBBL, 11 points. What do you say? No. Yeah, 11 points. It'll be on 11 points. Undefeated. And that's very good. That's very good. It should put him in contention.
Oh, really? Let's see.
11 points, yeah.
I'm just going to pull up the tab and see where everything is. So, I certainly remember that, so your team Red House the Blood currently at the top with 7 points with
10 points.
Wins.
10 points. You apparently got a loss last week. Sorry, I thought you got a draw. I thought you won last week.
Yeah, as I say, I think for Huanchi, if they draw here, they're definitely not getting in.
Yeah, they're not getting it. Sorry. Huanchi is going to have a good win. So we're going to see score on turn 3 or 4. And hope for all the goods. Hoping for favourable dice, which he certainly hasn't been getting.
I mean, I suspect, certainly in the last week, and I suspect as well there might be some part of that in this week as well. As in terms of, you're thinking, are the playoffs out of reach, or is even the Challenger Cup out of reach at this point, and I just need to concentrate on developing my team for the next season?
Well, we'll certainly find out in 2 turns. High kick, probably catch with the ball centaur.
It's worth a go, isn't it? It's one more chance to get the ball onto them. And that's what's going to happen. So this is going to probably be, REBBL, who's 1 SPP from leveling now. Sheesh.
Failing the catch. Get the ball to the gobbo, probably. Just try your best to get it upfield as quick as possible.
Okay.
One removal.
Now the shoe's on the other foot with the Chaos Dwarves getting the first hits in. So Nochi Dozer will be dozing off in the dugout area for the time being. Actually, it's a good chance I need to check who's in reserve, as long as we don't see another armor break here. So that's going to be Tiger of Sabrod, who's been taken out of play for this particular one.
Makes sense. Tackle's useless this drive. It was useless last drive as well.
Looking to reserve that for more agility teams later on in development. We do have the first hit in, so I kind of feel like REBBL will be the one to be running around going for random blocks at this point, just because they only need 1 SPP to level.
No, REBBL's going to go for a score potentially. If REBBL can pick up the ball, we'll see what's going to happen with it. Yeah, REBBL's going for the ball, and they're going to try and go down the left-hand side. Sorry, the right-hand side. Yeah, left-hand side.
Here we go. Pick up. It's a success. It's a straight success. Not even a reroll needed. So not a full-out charge into the Saints Gone Wild side of the pitch. Not quite secure enough to go for that yet. But you're right. It looks like the left-hand side a little bit more vulnerable. But Shieldberry hasn't committed too many players yet.
If the Bull Centaur can get within line with the Hobgoblin, the Dirty Player Hobgoblin next turn, we're going to see a score. If we don't see the Bull Centaur go as far as it can, we will not be seeing a score. And we'll be seeing a go for a 1-1 draw. But it needs to score as quick as possible.
Well, I wonder if Shieldberry would almost, not exactly permit, but certainly not discourage the idea of Punchy going for a very quick score.
I certainly would not be doing that. The problem with, you've got to remember, last drive, it took him a very long time to, it took him the whole 8 turns to get to that score. And he might be able to do it in 6, but you don't know. You could get bad dice.
It certainly would be a lot more appealing if Punchy's Chaos Dwarves had actually stayed knocked out. And Super Stay will go in, go after Sharpfinger, the dirty player. So, no armor break through there. That's a 7 and an 8 needed. So ultimately, Necromantic, they've moved to engage the front line, but otherwise have stayed pretty loose and easy in the center.
2, 3, 4. He's leaving it open. He's leaving the score chance open. Let's see. Yeah. He's leaving the score chance open, which is he's going to have to come back around to get his werewolves in a defensive position next turn, because we're definitely going to see that ball move forward.
Yeah, the flanks are totally open on both sides of the Necromantic formation. The center, you see with the guard of Nightcrawler, the Flesh Golem, very robust central line. As we will.
That's not the block I would have made.
No.
No, I would have made the block with the guard piece. Yes, it's a 1 dice, but it gives Blood Axe movement to add a 3rd corner to the defensive structure that he could make.
Oh, I see. Yes. So for REBBL Chorfing, they've got the choice here of how much they want to try and move forward. It's looking like, from what we've seen so far, certainly the central Chaos Dwarf blocker pieces, they've stayed more or less where they were, and I think...
Oh
damn! Double Snake Eyes on the short beat.
Right, that has left the Bull Centaur exposed for a 2 dice uphill potentially. Obviously that's not the ideal sort of thing, but you can get the pressure on there.
Ooh.
You've got a very strong Flesh Golem who can whack that guard piece, and you can destroy that the middle.
Looks like the middle is going to be the initial focus of attention. Of course, another chance to take a hit onto Burnt Soul is always going to be welcome. This is a Flesh Golem without block, though.
Yeah, we're going to see someone, either the zombie or the Flesh Golem's going to hit card. Yeah, the Flesh Golem's going for the hit. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And Burnt Soul is KO'd, because of course he is. Oh dear.
He was 5 SPP from level 4, but...
He appoed that into a stun.
What?
Ah!
Okay. Wow.
Never do that.
Archie is very serious about getting this score in. He's willing to sacrifice the long-term health of his team in order to maximize the chances of winning this particular game.
So we're going to probably see both werewolves facing the Bull Centaur potentially. Midnight Messiah blitzes the guard piece out of the way and then bases the Bull Centaur on the right hand side. Lupus Day comes on the left hand side. That Bull Centaur is quite stuck.
Yes, even with the effectively AG4 dodge. I mean, we have seen the Bull Centaurs. We know that their break tackle can only be used once per turn, but we have seen Bull Centaurs and the Playins, or I suspect possibly even this particular Bull Centaur, still go for multiple dodges on a turn, even when that's pretty freaking risky.
Well, we're not doing that apparently. We're going for the Frenzy on that. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what it's going to take the push. Push him down. I'm assuming that this doesn't have guard. Yeah. Take the push, move him down, punch him with the Flesh Golem if need be.
Well, this flesh golem is used up, but there is a spare ghoul Montecore who can make the hit. Unfortunately, it's no good. So we do still have a line to the Bull Centaur, but it's not anywhere near as threatened as it would have been otherwise.
It seems the game's paused for me. Don't have to replay.
I've got the werewolf moving up now. Is it not doing that?
I was stuck on the block.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You started talking about Montecore making a block, and I was like, nope, that's not happening.
Okay. So Midnight Messiah moves up the left-hand flank. Notable, the Chaos Dwarves are actually quite a lot stronger on the right. They've got multiple standing players up there, so wouldn't be at all surprised to see REBBL charging down this side rather than into the jaws of the werewolves. There's a blitz onto Phantom of the Funeral, who will not be able to dodge away from this one. Gets knocked down, but no armor break. Sorry, sorry, Cunningham, were you saying, is your game broken? Do you need me to screen share again?
No, I'm back up. I'm back on.
Okay.
I've just seen the blitz. Yeah, he's definitely committed in the wrong way here. There is now an easy path down the right hand side. Sorry.
Alright, so no more snake eyes on those going for it as a one-die block. Will eat a reroll, but will allow for Lupus Day to get knocked over. No deaths this time, though.
We're not going to see any dead werewolves this game, I think. Who says touching wood?
With quite some vigour. We've still got a Lazy Blitz who's currently going to be getting up, and I don't know if they'll actually be moving. It looks like Banshee just doesn't trust their dice anymore.
Yeah. 3 go for it. The Bull Centaur is now in range for the end zone. Shield really bottled the opportunity there to put some real pressure on.
Yeah, it's interesting because, like, the worst case scenario, the reason I was thinking that maybe Shieldberry would be trying to encourage an early score is presumably the worst case scenario here is that Huanchi scores late.
Yeah, because obviously Shieldberry would like the chance to score again. Ooh, another KO. Bye-bye, Garrick.
I'm pretty sure Quick Tooth got KO'd before, but that's a Mighty Blow and Guard piece taken out, so no Apothecary for this one, at least.
I mean, surely, since he Yappo'd the Claw Mighty Blow, surely you got to foul the Claw Mighty Blow.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Burnt Soul is now up. So, for anyone who just tuned in, Burnt Soul KO'd and Apothecaried, and now they are as far away from the active play as they really could be. And presumably they're not even going to actually contribute very much to the rest of the game.
Well, they're not certainly not for the rest of the drive. Wanji is very salty in the Discord.
Do we have any spicy quotes?
They're not that spicy. It's Armor 9 is a joke. Like, seriously, one-sided dice.
Oh!
Earlier, he said not a single armor break. Truck this game.
Oh, we probably should have asked Wanchi before quoting them on stream, but I guess we'll have to do that for next time, as we do have a blitz from.
I will say, I will correct myself. I did not quote Wanchi at all there.
Oh really?
Well, the third one, no, certainly not.
All right, it was a mysterious figure from beyond the stars. All right, so we've got 3, maybe even 4 necromantic players who are moving to intercept Red Bull. The rest of the squad, it seemed like they're mostly based up. I think the only player there's 2 players who can do anything. As we do have another knockdown.
It's a 2+, 2+. You can make a 2+. Yeah, you can make a 2+ dodge blitz with the Bull Centaur, punch the ghoul out the way, Follow up, then make another dodge. It's basically just 2 pluses all the way.
Alright, there's 1, 2
1,
plus.
2, 1.
That wasn't even a dodge using break tackle either. Knocked down onto the ghoul. And then...
No armor break, of course. And ooh, as usual, hitting the first one, but you got the score in the end.
Okay, so it's kind of somewhere between the sort of the two likely scenarios. So it wasn't the quickest score the Chaos Dwarves could have ever taken, but it also wasn't slow enough that there's no chance to see the Necromantic team win.
Just give it on the Adjunct Werewolf and use the Adjunct Werewolf to score because you really need the win, and the Adjunct Werewolf's got the maneuverability and the edge to do it.
Garrett, quick tooth recovering from that KO pretty darn quickly, making way back to the field. That is the Mighty Blow Guard Chaos Dwarf and blocker. So the line of the Chaos Dwarves remains pretty darn strong here. They've got a full team of 10. I think Tiger...
11.
Oh, yeah, sorry, full team of 11. I believe that's actually the case for Saints Gone Wild as well, as we will be seeing the return of Tiger Sabrod to the field. That tackle zombie. So 11.
It's going to be so useful, this game. So useful.
Yes, it does seem like presumably it must have been a very reactionary choice from Shieldberry. They were facing up against a lot of teams with dodge when this initial level up happened.
Well, it's always like, oh, I should have someone with tackle just in case. You know? Because if you're playing dodge teams aren't going to punch. So if you base someone with your tackle piece, it's like, oh, that's so annoying.
So we've got Montecore, presumably going to pick up the ball, and I think you're right. The Midnight Messiah, or at least one of the werewolves, is going to have to be the one to take the ball up the pitch. There's 5 turns to get this done, and that seems achievable as long as Huanshi's defense doesn't remain quite as solid as it was in the first half.
Huanshi's defense wasn't that solid at all in the first half. It was just his dice were bad. It was just he was good. He had good positioning. Huanshi, remember, lost 2 plays in the first turn.
Well, I mean, I would say that his defense was solid in so much that he managed to delay despite having lost players in the first turn. I think the delay was Shieldbearer was intentionally delaying to stop a counter score. Okay, I think that's fair enough.
So I would intentionally. No, I've been delaying every single game, haven't I? To my detriment.
Yes, so it's always a risk. But you're right. Yeah, we've got the 1-turn touchdown stuff going on. Okay, oh boy, a blitz. Okay, now a blitz is not going to be death for that werewolf, but it could have been. So we've got a very forward-facing Lucas
That
Day.
setup's not legal though.
I presume Nightcrawler's going to be moved? Okay.
This seems like he's going for a quick score.
Yeah, this seems weird because it's not like Shieldberry's got like 2 turns to do this in. As you mentioned, the Chaos Dwarves, they've got a chance to score back again if the score is too quick. And this is going to be an extremely undefended wolf if they get the ball and run up the pitch by themselves.
I think the idea is maybe just get the wolf in behind to make it something that the Dwarves have to consider.
Oh, do you think that we're going to see, rather than Lupus Day actually getting the ball? Hey Mizra, welcome to the stream. Do you think then Lupus Day is just going to run into the Chaos Dwarf backfield to be a potential receiver?
Yeah, he's just going to be there to be a problem that Huanshi has to account for. Changing weather, probably the best we could hope for. Oh, that's not a good place. That's completely opposite to where they want the ball.
Yeah, that kick skill coming in huge. I realised we didn't actually check the inducement, so it's just a Bloodwiser for Shieldberry, and yeah, as expected, nothing for Huanshi. Okay, so 5 turns to do it in for Shieldberry. This is a game that could allow them into Challenger Cup contention, though I think actually winning the league might be a little too far to reach. I think you would have to lose in the final week for that to be even possible.
Yeah, but Hindi as well. I'm playing Hindi in the final week, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, that should be a lot of fun. So I mean, yeah, that the currently first and second place teams play in the final week. You know, you couldn't have planned it better.
Yeah, Huanchi's has got 3 points in the final week already because of course he's playing the bye. Not as good dice this half at the start.
No, the last half was ridiculous. I think it was the 1 badly hurt, 1 KO'd, and 1 stunned in a single round. This time the dice much more what you would expect against a Chaos Dwarven team, which is nothing.
Complete hot garbage. Right, I don't know what the idea here is now. Okay, so the well from Lupus Day is going to come in for the Blitz, surely.
Yes, this has to be. Okay, interesting. Alright.
Okay. Now you've got a piece that's stuck there and you have to...
Is it going to be a dodge away?
No, it'd be silly to do that dodge away. Bring a zombie in, I think.
Okay, it's an awkwardly placed guard piece to have because of, you know, it just stands up and then makes all these pieces very vulnerable. But Cooler does have guard of their own, I suppose. So for Huanchi, I guess the big question I've got for you here is: do you start chasing after the ball carrier, or do you act like, you know, how much effort do you put into chasing the ball versus securing your own half, or maybe watching a very good pass from Midnight Messiah land right in the hands of the ghoul?
With the ball being where it is now, I'd definitely try and go for that ball. But it's going to. Shieldbearer must be listening. I can't.
I mean, it could just be the right move. It is
the right move, funny enough. You don't want to put the ball.
So that was not the dirty player zombie. That just didn't seem like a good foul there. No,
that wasn't a good foul. Dirty player wouldn't have done enough, though. Would it? No, what dirty player would have done enough? But the dirty player is completely wrong side of the pitch.
No, I mean, I'm not a big fan of that. That's a lost player for a really small chance of being able to do. They must be very. Shieldbearer must be very concerned about that, as Sanctus drops as well. So that's 2 players gone in short order. That's a KO again. The Saints Gone Wild, they're dropping a ton of players here. They're down to. They started off 11, down to 9, and they're going to have to break through a full strength Dwarven line last time. Whereas, as you pointed out, last time, like, you know,
it wasn't full strength.
Yeah, it wasn't even full strength.
The situation does look a little bit dire at the moment. It's going to be a turn off.
It wasn't great. It was not great. Oh, wow, okay. So it looks like the efforts to chase after the ball will be pulled through here, I think possibly because of the suddenly diminished numbers of the Saints squad.
Yeah, I'll just hit Cage in the middle, maybe. Or maybe even a punch through.
We've got this area of concern up here, which is mainly defended by 3 hobgoblins and a downed Chaos Dwarven blocker.
It'll be going through the middle. It'll be picking one of those 2 in the middle and punching it down and making a cage around that.
That makes sense. We could also see Nightcrawler could potentially move forward and allow for Lupus Day to make a 2-die block to get out of that pile of hobgoblins as well.
Yes, because he didn't stand up the guard. Didn't stand up the guard. Quick Teeth.
Yes, presumably didn't want to just get clobbered by Claw once again. But this does give a lot more options for Shieldbearer to maybe make a breakthrough on this side. Is it going to be a blitz onto 1 and a knockdown? All these hobgoblins
follow up.
Minimally skilled.
Bye bye, Stonebone.
Oh no! That is certainly fortunate.
That was that Chorf is still going to be annoying because of where it is.
I'm kind of curious to see where this goes from here. Presumably Lupus Day is going to be going for the very new Hobgoblin and Hindi the Exchangeable. And giving them a bit of the old clobbering, but beyond that point,
Beyond that, he can't get much. He still needs to keep that ball safe. He can't really advance too far down because he's going to get smacked by Lazy Blitz. But he has taken 3 players out of the game if he's moving down to the right-hand side.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of the Chaos Dwarven's strength is over on the left, including, of course, Burnt Soul, who has managed to shrug off getting KO'd. I have to think at some point Burnt Soul's going to land that MVP and level up as... Ooh, Hindi will get clobbered, will get stunned.
Hindi the stunnable.
Yes.
Now, surely it's move Midnight Messiah and Montecore up to safe positions closer to the action. Because that Bull Centaur's got reach of the entire of Red Bull's got the reach of the entire Necro half.
Okay, so it's gonna be the oh no.
I failed, go for it. And he better reroll that. Now, please make that ball safe. Please.
Oh,
I don't think he's got any more rolls to do.
I'm so confused. Like that presumably must have been a very important move to have been done at that point.
Yeah, well, right. The reason you have to re-roll that is because otherwise he can bring Lazy Blitz around, knock down Cardinal Sin, and he's got a channel. He's got a channel to start chasing down the ball. That zombie makes it a little bit harder to get to Cardinal Sin, and of course, since he is going down the right-hand side quite clearly, he just needed that to succeed, because otherwise, Flesh Golem is going to get hurt.
Wait, he's passing?
And he's passing to Cardinal Sin, which shows you how important he valued Cardinal Sin. I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Passing without a reroll, though.
Yeah, without a reroll is a bit weird. But I get why he's passed Cardinal Sin. The ball is much safer.
I mean, this is what we get. This is where is going that Zombo. Oh, I suppose we've established that now. So yeah, with this being coming towards the end of the Playins, it looks like Shieldberry is willing to take those risks to try and, to not exactly to coin flip, but fairly close to coin flip on the on the result of the game. Maybe at least gambling that the ball would get successfully passed, if nothing else.
4, 5, 6. Break tackle. Go for it. Go for it. He still gets 2 dice at the moment. There's still 2 dice. He needs that white to make it a 1 dice. There is still a 2 dice on the ball, which requires a break tackle, dodge, and 3 go for it, but it's there.
I think if you've got the opportunity, you've got to go for it. As you pointed out before, a good part of the Chaos Dwarven team's strength is stranded on the wrong side of the pitch. Red Bull as well is also a little bit out of the way. Lazy Blitz seems like the main contender for any kind of desperation play here from Hanchi. Moving back those Chaos Dwarven blockers with their movement of 4. Definitely need a lot of time to get back into position, and looks like they're gonna just spend this turn doing that.
If they don't go for the blitz this turn, they're going to be in serious trouble. They don't need to score yet, though. They can't score yet.
Well, that's another thing I was going to bring up is, for Shieldberry, they've got 3 turns left to score in, but so does Hanchi at this point. Well, I suppose 2 turns after this, if the score is this turn. Like, if you're Shieldberry...
Here we go.
Yeah, forget everything else. This is the important play. It's going to be 2 dice. It's going to be both dice. It's going to be rerolls. And there's
that was very important.
Gets clobbered. Donked.
Oh, that stands important. Oh, dear.
The ball goes almost straight back to the goal.
That ball is...
That could have been a lot worse.
It could have been worse. I would be very happy if I was... Shieldberry, because that ball is still collectible. But it's a 5+ for Red Bull to come and pick the ball up.
You gotta give it a try. Or at least come and stand in the way, because there's no way that... Well, presumably, there's no way that Red Bull's gonna get pushed out of the way.
Certainly not. I don't think so.
Even if you come in and 2 red dice, and you know, at this point he's got block, so he's just gonna most likely just take that block result. There's no one to receive the pass anymore, apart from maybe Lupus Day.
Midnight Messiah is going to have to come to pick up the ball because of the 3+. Don't know where you're going to put the ball though when you get it.
You could break out here with Lupus Day, maybe with a blitz, and then you've got an assist you could bring in, and then you could 2-die blitz out, and then maybe pass the ball up to them.
To who?
So if Lupus
Day
gets an assist, blitzes out, and then goes standing up here, and you could pick up the ball and throw it to them.
Yeah. There's an intercept chance, of course, but that's pretty reasonable. So the first block would have to be Tiger of So Brad against Snapfinger. The second one would have to be Flesh Golem against the Bull Centaur.
That doesn't seem like that's unachievable.
Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It's certainly a play that could work.
Miz was asking if you think that the it would have been worth trying for the Bull Centaur pickup there. What do you reckon?
I thought the pickup was going to go. He was going to go for the pickup. The pickup seemed reasonable. It's a 5+, no reroll. 7 out of 8 times, you've still got a tackle zone over the ball. I'm guessing he was concerned about potential Flesh Golem, sorry, not Flesh Golem, Bull blocking the Bull Centaur and the chance of a failure. I probably would have gone for the pickup. I probably would have gone for it. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure he went for the pickup in that sort of situation in my game against him.
Okay, yes, the scatter could only have been better. That's fair enough, because yes, it either ends up to another Chaos Dwarf or it ends up away from the Ghoul.
Got some news. Apparently, Shieldberry disconnected.
Oh no.
So this could be Endo if he doesn't get back in time.
I can't remember. What are the REBBL rules for disconnections?
Well, he's got the 5 minutes that Blood Bowl gives you.
Okay, I would assume that's probably enough time for even just a restart on like everything you own. Could be done in 5 minutes.
If he doesn't, it's probably a loss though, because I think once you'll be given a win.
I'd imagine at this point in the game where it's... Because I can't remember exactly what the rules are. I know in some cases it's kind of like there's some wiggle room for if something could have conceivably happened, but I'd imagine it would generally tend to disfavour the person who disconnected.
Yeah. Especially, I think once you would be given the W. I would be surprised if otherwise. But again, situation and their willingness to maybe replay it might have something to do with it. We'll see what happens. Let's keep an eye on the help I need an admin channel, I guess. Where there it is.
Have they come back in?
Nope, not yet. Shieldberry is back online.
Okay.
According to Discord, at least. So hopefully he's coming back in.
There we go. So there we go. With 2 minutes 30 left on the official clock. There's the first hit onto the side. It's a frenzy hit.
Frenzy. That's greedy. That's greedy.
Puts him out though.
Yeah. he needs to get the ball through though. I suspect he's going to try and do it by the flesh golem.
So
Sorry, not the flesh golem, the ghoul. He needs to reroll that. He gets a push, which is not ideal. He's now not got a reroll on this pickup.
Yep, the price of not having block on that flash golem, though. In this case, I guess it was at least a necessary thing either way. All right, so the play-ins could be decided in this next series of plays.
Bye bye, King Hellboy.
We've actually got a numbers advantage back for the Necromantic team now.
The one dice surf might be required. He's going for the pickup, and he fails it.
Oh.
No. That disconnect, forcing him out of focus.
Oh boy.
You can only. Oh no! Oh no! It's not the end of the world.
I think this is the end of Shieldberry's chances of making Challenger Cup, though.
It might be.
It depends how Hindi does in his game, because he's got.
There is still a chance of recovering this ball. You've got Edge 4. There's still a chance.
Alright, Blitz,
of course, that was happening.
Messiah, and we'll knock him down with Mighty Blow.
This is important.
No injury, no armor break.
75%, he's still going to make the dodge. Makes the dodge, makes the pickup, and that's it.
Wow.
That's it. That's it.
That is brutal. Shieldberry took the risk, and now they've paid the price. Huanchi, I still don't think Huanchi can make play-ins either. That's why it can make playoffs in any form. But it can sure as heck keep Shieldberry from managing it.
Huanchi's got a chance. Huanchi's an outside chance. He'll be on an effective 10 points because he's got the bye next week. If I lose to Hindi 2-0, then assuming Hindi wins his game and I lose to Hindi 2-0 and Huanchi, that will mean Huanchi will have a 50-50 chance of getting in because he'll go down to loss. If I lose by 3 or more, then Huanchi is guaranteed in. So it might come down to goal difference, assuming if Hindi does well. If Hindi loses, on the other hand, tomorrow, then Huanchi's in playoffs.
Yeah, lots determining on the rest of today, and of course on the last day of play-ins as well. As Shieldberry just non-reactive during their turn. I think just probably head in the hands at this point, knowing that chance has slipped away from them. Again, I mean, yeah, there are of course the outside possibility that that Shieldberry still manages to
win this game.
Well, I don't want to go that far.
So what it's a real shame because it was internet disconnection, so he has to try and reload his internet to come back in. And of course he's under pressure. He's lost his focus, and the surf was the wrong play.
Okay, marking the ball carrier. I mean, certainly for Shieldberry, a draw here is, much better than the loss. At least would allow them to keep. They would allow them to keep ahead of Huanchi, if nothing else.
Yeah. Again, not likely, but.
Do we see Midnight Messiah going for a just dodge past?
Yeah, stupid.
It's not that unlikely.
3+, 3+, 2+. So I don't know. You kind of want to keep your reroll as well for next turn, just in case.
So yeah, I mean at this point it's going to be that one-turn touchdown you're holding out for at least a draw.
Hmm.
Hindi KO'd. So the Saints, like, they've got the numbers on the pitch, but unfortunately just not in the right place.
Hmm.
A lot of them are behind the play now. Yeah. Ah.
That's why you don't block with ghouls.
Okay, badly hurt. It's fine.
So, Shieldbearer requires three pushes for the draw, assuming that this fails. Assuming this succeeds. If it fails, then it's a draw anyway, because I don't think he can blitz down and get that ball back.
Okay. So the hit's going to come in. It's going to be a push, which is enough.
Mm-hmm. That's touchdown.
And with thunderous applause, Shieldberry's chances of making a Challenger Cup pretty much evaporate right there, unless we see one hell of a last turn. And even then, it's only for the merest corner of a chance to make it in.
A kernel of a hope, of a dream. And of course his armor roll, his KO rolls have been pretty good. For the Dwarves.
Not for Huanchi this time though. Wait, unless I missed one right at the end there. Let's see.
Yeah, but his KOs came back.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? Both of them came back? Wow, that's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so Hellboy and Hindi making their way back to the pitch. We've seen the same players getting KO'd multiple times in this game. There's definitely some concussion concerns at this point.
Right, so we're gonna. It's gonna require 4 pushes, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go for it, go for it. So we need to get either Midnight Messiah or Lupus Day ahead of that first Hobgoblin to score. To have a chance of the score. There is a chance. It's difficult, but it's doable.
Oh boy, it's a real test of coach mental endurance at this point, to be at this point in the game. It's, you know, to be knowing that you've got to get this one-turn touchdown, but you know at the same time your chances are so limited of still getting through to maintain the focus you need to pull this off in the way it should be done. If Shieldberry can do it, I think it reflects pretty well on them as a coach.
I'm not sure what his idea is here. I think that's a blitz prey. That's a riot prey that he's got there. He's praying for a riot.
Okay, that seems fair enough. Like, you gotta roll the dice. Hope for the best. It's a pretty long shot though, but I suppose anything would be at this point.
I still the one-turn attempt's more likely here.
Is there no way to set up for a one-turn at the same time as hoping for a riot?
Yeah, you set up for a one-turn. If you get a riot, what do you do?
Fair enough.
He's got someone back.
Cardinal Sin could pick up the ball, throw it, and at least get a level up. Like, that would be the consolation prize.
I mean, he's not going for the W.
Also, I noticed that Shieldberry's the one with the Bloodwiser, but is also the one who's been, I think, having a little worse luck with the KO rolls in this game.
Oh, there is a chance. I mean, it's not likely. There's a chance. He's got a 1-turn setup there. Go on. Bring the right player in. They're probably consolidating each other. They're probably saying good GG and all that to each other.
I'd imagine so at this point. So here we go. It's all down to Cardinal Sin. Can they catch the ball? No. Slippery fingers.
We're always going to be burnt on securing the ball, and then maybe we'll get a 1-turn attempt. I don't think we will. But we might just.
I'm trying to figure out how a potential 1-turn would work here.
I don't think it does, but my idea would be blitz with the Wealth, that's it, Lupus Day, coming behind the...
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Oh my gosh! Cardinal Sin, they're readying themselves for Blood Bowl 2020, where they will have no hands by demonstrating that they should never be allowed near the ball again. There we go, winners, REBBL Chorfing. They now have been...
I've just looked at their armour. Oh no! So, Chorf armour is a 9+, so we're talking about 80% chance of fate. 80%. You should be looking for about 80% armor. 46%. That's not good.
Yeah, it was like the dice were actually favouring the Saints, certainly in the first half, pretty darn heavily. It's going to be very disappointing under the circumstances for. For the result to ultimately end up being an actual definitive loss.
Just counting the SPP, we've got 14 for the Chorfs, we've got 14 for the Saints, so they both scored the same amount of SPP, which is probably good. Anything's...
Oh, Huanchi.
5 KOs. 5 wake-ups. Well done, Huanchi. Gave himself the outside chance, we think, of getting into one of the playoffs or the Challengers Cup. So.
Oh yeah, every single wake-up roll was succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you kept yourself in the fight.
I don't know if the stats are updated as of yet. Let's see if they are.
The leaderboard should be.
Oh, I suppose yes, in-game leaderboard will be. Alright, let's... that's it. There we go. So, yeah, so REBBL Chorfing theoretically moves into second place for the time being. We've still got tomorrow Nufflex Machina against How Good People Turn Evil. So that presumably is going to mean that How Good People Turn Evil, assuming that Kia isn't able to stand in the way of them, which is not a guarantee, but if it does happen that way, then currently Good People are... Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if Good People lose their next match, what the...
If How Good People Turn Evil lose the next match, they need to beat me and hope that the no. If How Good People Turn Evil lose, then they are out of the running.
Yeah, currently on 2-0-1, so the same situation as Shieldberry came into this round as a strong contender for second place. I mean, if Kia could pick up their first win and also decide who makes it to Challenger Cup, that would be quite a big impact. We'll have to see. Yeah, Huanchi has the free round next week, so doesn't get any more to say about the end of the league. It's very it's completely out of their hands from here on out.
I need a draw to get. If Hindi wins, I need a draw to guarantee myself into playoffs. If Hindi loses, I need. Yeah, I just need a draw. I just need a draw against Hindi.
Okay.
And that'll be enough.
So guys, we're going to be back tomorrow at, let's see, it's going to be 3 o'clock UK time for that game between Hindi and Kia. So that very much could decide what happens with the Challenger Cup cut-off. And potentially even the playoffs one as well, depending on how, well, in terms of Hindi's ability to challenge for that spot, I suppose. Let's see. Hunchy, hopefully Hindi doesn't also need just a draw versus you, so you people could draw and I am third. I think there probably is a scenario where you guys could end up drawing in the last game of the season, and then just both sort of staying where you were and keeping everyone else out of the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance, but we're going to go for the win. It's like, I need a draw, but of course I'm going to go for the win.
Of course. Alright
It'd
guys.
be rude not to.
I got to run. I got some Valorant casting to do. So
I've got some food to go eat. It's lunchtime here.
yes, it's also lunchtime here because we're in the same country. So I'm gonna go in search of lunch as well. I hope you guys, wherever you might happen to be in Europe or the world at large, have lunch, breakfast, or dinner waiting for you. But we'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for the last game of day 4 of the 5 of the Playins. See you then.